Jai Sai Ram, Chapter 26, Surrender of Yogi at the feet of Sai. Shama relieved of snake bite, cholera epidemic in Shirdi, difficult test of devotion to Guru. Surrender of Yogi at the feet of Sai. At one time, a person practicing yoga came to Shirdi along with Nana Sahib Chandorkar. He had deeply studied the Patanjali Yoga Sutra and Yoga Sastra, but he was unaware of the practical experience. For not being able to control the mind, he could not sit in samadhi for even a little time. If Sai Baba became kind to him, then he may come to learn the method of sitting in samadhi for a longer time. With this idea, he came to Shirdi, and when he reached the mosque, he saw Baba eating chapati with raw onion. Then he began to think in his mind that this man eating dry chapati with onion, how will he solve my difficulties? Sai Baba, knowing his idea through intuition, immediately told to Nana Sahib, "Oh Nana, only he should eat onion that has the power to digest it, or otherwise not." Being totally astonished with these words, the yogi completely surrendered in the Sai's feet. With pure and honest thinking, he had the solution of his difficulties by putting them in front of Baba, and in his way, becoming fully satisfied and happy having the sight and udi of Baba, he left from Shirdi. Shama relieved of snake bite. At a time, a poisonous snake bit the finger of Shama's hand. The poison had reached in the whole body. He was feeling much trouble and began to cry that now my end has come. His friends wanted to take him to the god Vithoba, where a proper treatment of all such troubles is done. But Shama ran towards the mosque to his Vithoba, Sri Sai Baba. When Baba saw him coming from far away, he began to rebuke and abusing. He told with anger, "Oh foolish and ungrateful Brahman, snake, do not climb upwards. Be careful if you do so," and then shouted, "Hat door hat niche utar," meaning, go away, come down. Seeing Baba in such an angry mood, Shama fell into doubt and becoming helpless began to think that only the mosque is my house and Sai Baba is the only helper of the helpless, and he is causing me to run away from here. Now to whose shelter shall I go? He left the hope of his life and sat there calmly. After some time, when Baba came to his usual calmness, then Shama came up and sat near him. Then Baba said, "Don't be afraid. Do not worry even a little. The kind fakir will do save you. Go and sit in your house calmly and do not come out. Believing me, becoming fearless, leave the worry." After sending him to his house, Baba called through Tatya Patil and Kaka Sahib Dikshit that taking his choice food, he may stroll in his house and do not lie and sleep. There is no need to say that the orders were obeyed completely, and after some time he became fully healthy. In this subject, only this thing is to be remembered, that Baba's words, go away, come down, were not told to aiming Shama as means from the above, but that was the order for that snake and his poison. It means it was the order for the poison not to spread in the body of Shama. According to the other interpretation, Mantra Shastra, the book of magical spells, experts, Baba did not use any mantra and did not sprinkle sanctified rice and water. Listening this story, other stories like this, the belief in the feet of Sai Baba must become very strong, that if one to cross the elusive world, then only Sai's feet should be kept and remembered in the heart. Cholera epidemic in Shirdi. At one time, trembles with the epidemic of cholera, the villagers became frightened. Their mutual communication from the people of other villages had totally stopped. Then the heads of the village assembled together and advertised two orders. First, no bullock cart of wood should be allowed to enter the village. Second, nobody will sacrifice the goat. Those who do not obey these orders will be punished by the head and panchas of the village. Baba knew that this is all superstition, and for this reason he did not care for the orders of the panchas. When these orders were on the same time, a cart full of wood came in the village. All knew that there was dearth of wood in the village. Even then, the people wanted to flee him away from the village. From somewhere, this news reached Baba. Then he himself came there and asked the owner of the cart to take it to the mosque. Nobody could speak against Baba. In reality, he had great necessity of wood for this duni. So he purchased this cart. Like a great Agnihotra worshipper of fire, he kept fighting this duni forever. Baba's duni remained burning all day and night, and for this he used to keep wood. The mosque was ever open for all. It needed no lock and key. Poor people of the village took away the wood from there for their use, but Baba never objected to it. Baba looked upon the world as fully immersed by God. Therefore, he had no feeling of enmity and hatred for anyone. Being fully detached and behaved like this, an ordinary family man before the people. Difficult test of devotion to Guru. During the prevalence of the order, one goat was brought in the mosque for sacrifice. That goat was totally weak, old, and near to die. At the time of Fakir Mir Muhammad alias Bade Baba Big Baba of Maliguang was also standing by the side. Baba asked him to sacrifice the goat. Sri Sai Baba respected the Bade Baba. For this reason, he always sat on the right side of him. First of all, he smoked a chilam, smoked pipe, and then gave it to Baba, then to other devotees. When at the noon lunch was distributed, then Baba welcomed the Bade Baba with respect and making him to sit on his right side. Then all took the meal. Whatever donation was collected to Baba, he used to give 50 rupees from it to every day to Bade Baba. When he returned, then Sai Baba also went with him for 100 steps. Having this much of respect, when Baba told him to sacrifice the goat, he told in clear terms that it is useless to sacrifice the goat. Then Baba ordered Shyama to sacrifice the goat. He brought a knife from the house of Radhakrishna Mai and placed it before him. When Radhakrishna Mai came to know of this thing, he called back the knife. Now Shyama went for another knife and could not come back for a long time to the mosque. Then came the number of Kaka Sahib Dikshit. Baba told him to bring the knife and sacrifice the goat. He brought a knife from Sativada and having the order of Baba became ready to sacrifice the goat. When he had taken birth in the house of pure Brahmin and he knew nothing in life such about the sacrifice. Through sacrifices is defamatory, even then he became ready to sacrifice the goat. All were astonished that being a Muslim, Bade Baba was not ready to sacrifice the goat, and here a Sanatana Brahmin was ready preparing for sacrifice of goat. He wrapped up his dhoti, tightened his fenta, and raised up his hand to fulfill the last order of Baba. Baba said, "Now what are you thinking? It is all right, kill." When his hand was just about to come down, then Baba said, "Stop. How wicked you are. Being a Brahmin, you are going to sacrifice a goat." Kaka Sahib put the knife down and said to Baba that your order is everything for us. What are the other orders for us? We always remember and meditate you and day and night obey your words. We have not think whether killing of goat is proper or improper, and neither we want to know its reason. Our religion and duty is obeying without hesitation the orders of our Guru. Then Baba told to Kaka Sahib that I will myself do the work of sacrifice. Then it was decided that near Takia, when many fakirs were sitting, it should be sacrificed there. While the goat was being carried there, it fell down on the way and died. Jai Sai Ram.